This is bad. Tank's about to get knocked out. Jake Paul has the chin of a human being, not the chin of a fighter. The more I look at Jake, the more I look at Tank, the more I'm growing more and more confident that Tank is going to. I've been speaking on this Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul fight a lot. And the reason why is people don't understand the risk that's being made. People don't, they just say, it's an exhibition, WWE is fake. All that shit is bad for Tank. They're fighting. You got to understand. They're fighting each other. All of you are going to watch it. And the result of that exhibition is going to have its mark on both of their careers, no matter what you say. If it's, that was bull jive, then that's a horrible look for both of them. If Jake Paul knocks out Tank, that is horrible for Tank. I don't give a damn that Jake is a heavyweight. He's still a YouTuber to people. It could be that's what your dumb ass get, all of that. But if Tank knocks out Jake, he becomes a hero. Y'all can say what you want. It was exhibition. No, it's fake. You can try to talk it down, scream as loud as you can. It ain't going to matter. It's going to resonate past how you personally feel. And I saw you guys in the comments asking me, well, do you really think Tank can knock out Jake? When I first heard about that fight being a potential fight to be made, I, without question, had Jake Paul. I was just like, Jake Paul, I mean, he's a heavyweight. This is hard. This is bad. Tank's about to get knocked out. Then I start thinking, especially after I saw how Tank was kind of manhandling Jake in the stare down. Jake looked nervous. So it made me think. All right. So let's talk about that. I know everybody has turned their backs on Tank. That's not the way I work. But I know even Tanky Wankies, they took it as a personal hit because you Tanky Wankies were arguing up and down with everybody who was saying that fight was going to happen. Y'all were arguing up and down against them like Tank wouldn't do that. Come find out he did it. Now you feel foolish. So now you're mad at Tank. All right. I get it. And a lot of people feel like this fight shouldn't happen. I get it. I definitely get it. It's an exhibition with Jake Paul. You're in the prime of your life, Tank. You do shit like this when you're in your 40s. You don't do this now when people want Shakur, when you fought to a draw and Lamont Roach should be next. We get all of that. Let me tell you where I am. The fight is scheduled and it's going to happen. Now what? It's happening. It's here. Okay. So now let's assess that. People think it's fake. That's a hit towards his career. People see it as an exhibition, as a waste of time. But you're going to be watching. Here's the sad part. In reality, not what you don't want, not what you heard about. In reality, that fight is going to have more eyes on it than Crawford versus Nello. I found that out. I'm $4,000 short. I owe MVP money because I thought Terrence Crawford versus Nello was going to be the biggest boxing match. It ain't sniff damn Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. This fight, everybody's going to watch it, especially you. And if you sit back and claim that you're not going to watch it, who cares? You're going to be one of very few. So as a man living in reality, the fight is scheduled and everybody's going to watch it. So with all the eyes on it, there's only one result that is going to be of satisfactory. Only one result. And that is if Tank knocks out Jake. That's the only result. If Jake knocks out Tank, we're crushed. If it goes all 10 and it was a sparring session, we hate it. And that's the Black Two Sugars. So the question is, can Tank knock out Jake? And this is what we're going to look at right now. First, the biggest question that I had was, can Tank reach Jake? Jake Paul is 6'1". 6'1". Has Tank fought anyone at a size that's comparable to that? Absolutely. Let's look at it. Mario Barrios, 6 feet. Did Tank reach Mario Barrios? Look at that. Did he reach him? He sure did. Look at the height, 6 feet and 6'1". The height comparison ain't much different. And the thing is, if you look at him, the thing is, look at how Tank shows that he can reach him. You see that push? Look where Tank's hand is. Look at where Jake's chin is. He can reach him. In reaching him, though, can he hurt him? The gloves are big. You get what I'm saying? Jake Paul is a big guy. They're going to be fighting at 195. When Jake Paul gets in the ring, he's going to be 200 plus. All right? He may be around 210. Think Jake's going night-night? Okay. Tank studying? Okay. Let's look at Tank. That was just a couple days ago. They captured that just a couple days ago, him training for Jake. Of course, that's a 300-pound boxing bag, a heavy bag, 300 pounds. So he's swinging it. Let's look at Gervonta and look at Barrios. Let's look at a few highlights here. He can reach 6 feet, no problem, let alone 6'1". Ain't gonna be that much of a difference. All right. Let's break down what we saw here. Let's think about this. Let's think about it. Now that we know he's reaching him, let's think about this. Who's a more skillful fighter, Barrios or Jake Paul? Ain't even a damn question. Barrios a far more skillful fighter than Jake. Who has better reflexes, Barrios or Jake Paul? Barrios. Barrios has better reflexes. Okay. He's the more school fighter, better reflexes. Here's the question. Who has a better chin, Barrios or Jake Paul? This is the debate, Jake. You think Jake has the better chin than Barrios? We just say it's hard to say, ain't it? Because you have a fighter growing up, baptized in the sport, taking punches his whole life, from light heavyweights, heavyweight stuff like that. They all train bigger guys and stuff like that. But then you have Jake Paul, who's a bigger human being, but he's not as durable. He can't be, as far as the amount of the experience of his chin getting hit his whole life. Barrios been hit more. But then come fight night, you have a drained Barrios and you have Jake Paul. That is the question. Here's my thing. I'm going to show you guys clips of Jake Paul versus ShowBizz. And in these clips, you're going to see something. Check this out.
Jake Paul trying to bait ShowBizz into doing something.
Feet up. That foot.
I mean, Paul would like a competitive fight. He wants to be tested a little bit. So far right now, ShowBizz Jr. not doing anything to trouble him.
I think
bow and arrow effect. Left hook.
Yeah, you got to get in position to do that, though. Like I say, looking for the perfect shot, I believe.
Foot up again when he throws the right hand, off balance. Every time you lift that right foot.
Jake get off. That was a good body shot right up under the elbow.
I mean, the guard of ShowBizz Jr. is so high. That body shot's going to be there for Jake all night.
Oh, nice. Woo! Oh, nice uppercut. ShowBizz thought he was going to the body.
In between, Jake is the more active fighter.
Now check out Jake Paul
Deep
on the
breaths,
inside.
and ate a big uppercut.
ShowBizz getting busy.
The crowd on their feet. They're starting to believe that maybe.
Check him out on the inside.
Maybe.
Oh.
Left hook. Right hand from Chavez. Jake will fight back.
Oh,
Big left from Chavez Jr. Right.
an arrow effect on the outside, lifts his right foot all the time, every time he throws a punch. And no game on the inside. Now, those big punches from Jake Paul, he can hurt. He definitely can hurt Tank. Tank can't get hit that often. Hopefully he blocks or whatever. He can't get hit that often. But my thing is this. With Jake Paul constantly being out of position when he strikes, bow and arrow effect, and that right foot up, all Tank Davis needs to do is win the front foot challenge, which he will win because Jake Paul doesn't know better. He can't learn how to win that front foot challenge by the time he fights Tank. Tank is a southpaw. If he, just like Terrence Crawford did against Nello, he gets on the outside of Jake, and that left is coming down the pipe all night while he stays away from Jake's right hand, it should be an easy fight for Tank. Tank can knock him out. Every strike from Jake is going to be Tank's invite in because his right foot is up. He's off balance. Tank goes to the outside with his left right down the pipe in position while Jake is staying out of position. He can spin him and land great body shots and straights and uppercuts all damn night, especially on the inside. And that's the Black 2 Sugar. Question is Jake durable enough? Probably initially, but I'm not sure if he's durable all 10 rounds. That's a good question. Jake Paul can be out there just a big-ass punching bag. The more I look at Jake, the more I look at Tank, the more I'm growing more and more confident that Tank is going to get that one result that we all yearn for, and that's a Tank Davis knockout. Jake can move on. Don't forget, it's just an exhibition. Tank can knock out Jake in the exhibition, but his pro record is still fine, and he can move on. But that's the result we all want. Tank Davis knocking out Jake Paul. Best for boxing. It's even best for Jake's brand because many people think that Jake fights are fake, and this is an exhibition. If Jake gets knocked out, no one would think he wanted to get knocked out. That means his next fight, people will say, oh, maybe it's not as fake as we think. On top of that, it benefits boxing. It benefits Gervonta. Gervonta knocked out a heavyweight regardless. He knocks out Jake Paul. He's the hero because nobody else has knocked out Jake Paul. He does a backflip off the top rope. His brand shoots up even further, gaining more and more fans, a fan base that didn't really know him before. Then he could take that fan base on to everybody start gloating him. They'll be jumping around all on his nutsack again. Then he could go on, fight Lamont Roach in a rematch, fight Shakur Stevenson, make those fights that we want. Do you think Tank's power translates at 195? That's a good question. My thing is this. Jake Paul, in my mind, and nobody's going to get me off of this, Jake Paul has the chin of a human being, not the chin of a fighter. Tank will knock me out. I weigh as much as Jake Paul because I have the chin of a YouTuber. I don't have the chin of a fighter. Jake Paul, he's been fighting out there. Yeah, he's been doing very good. He's been doing very well, and I've seen his improvements. Still, his chin, y'all saw Floyd rock Logan Paul, right? Floyd. Because there's a difference in the chin of a YouTuber, a human being, and the chin of a fighter, a warrior. Different things. That's why I asked you guys before, who has a better chin, Barrios or Jake? Now, when it comes to Jake's body, it's going to be hard to kind of penetrate a bit unless he gets tired. All right. But Jake's chin, I still think he has the chin of a human being, of a YouTuber, of a domestic civilized person. I still think so. Because he hasn't gotten the type of beatings and wear and tear. Nobody has really been testing his chin all this time. Now, if it was a 195-pound fighter, no. I don't think his punching power trend.